Motivation Monday. Every Monday we give you conversations to inspire you and to, push you to do something more, because we host people who have overcome something, people who are giving back to the community, people who are doing something with their lives to challenge us as well, not to be content where we are, but to make our society better, because everybody has something. This morning we get to hang out with Dominic Gitau. Mr. Dominic, buenas fios sana.
Buenas fios sana.
Thank
you for hosting me.
It's good to have you.
Thank you very much.
Thank
God. Thank God.
Mr. Dominic, you have a very interesting story, and we want to get to hear your story, talking about fight over destiny. Everybody has a destiny, and everybody is on a journey to discover what that destiny is. Identity, who am I? Why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing? So take us back to your earlier years. Let's go far back, as far back as you can remember. How was life growing up? Where did you grow up?
Let me first introduce myself. I'm Dominic Gitau, a father, a husband, an entrepreneur, a son in the kingdom, and a deacon in church.
Great. Where do you go to church?
Worldwide Gospel in Kitengera.
Yes.
Under the Bishop David Chege and Reverend Job Doita.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it has been a privilege, and I thank God. I actually, whenever I am about to give my story, I don't know where to start from.
The beginning is a nice place.
I'm a second born in the family of 5. My dad and my mom separated when I was young.
Okay.
I was in class 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we lived in back in upcountry. When my mom and my dad separated, we moved to the slums in Thika.
Oh, now with your mother?
Yes.
Okay.
Kiadutu slums.
Kiandutu.
Yeah, to be precise.
Yes.
Yeah. And I can tell you, life in slum is not the best one. And mostly for a young person where you are thinking that this is not where I am supposed to be. The life, you're not identifying yourself with the situation you are in.
Yes.
And I was brought up, I moved now I started schooling in Thika. But now there is a crash. I'm meeting kids who are coming from well-up families. And they are making all kind of jokes on you.
Yes.
So just a terrible situation to be in. You are mocked. You don't feel, where are you? During this period, my mom used to get seriously sick. Most of the time, she's in hospital, so me and my older sister, we had to become parents, so we matured before our time.
Yeah.
Fortunately for my sister, she was in high school, so she was not there on day to day. So I am there, I'm taking care sometimes. So what she used to do, my mom is an amazing woman. I actually say my life is a product of women. Yeah.
Okay.
Because all along, women have been those people who have come along and have had a great influence in my life. So I can say almost 90% of those people who had a very great influence in my life have been women.
Have been women. That's interesting.
Yeah. So in the actual sense, I can say during this time, my mom used to sell porridge to construction workers. And I used to help her. By then I can make good the sour one.
Yeah.
I can do it, but I cannot do it better than my wife. She does it better than me. So we used to do uji and chapatis, sell to the construction workers. And that's it. Then I did my class 8. I did well. I went to Moho High School. And it was by a miracle that I reported to that school.
Okay.
There was no school fees.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, but I was the last person to report to that school. I can remember it was on 19th February 1999. Yeah. The last person to report in that school.
Wow.
And I remember we reported too. Another gentleman called Francis Gadogo. Even him came from a background that was almost similar to mine.
Yeah.
And we reported the same day. We have been good.
You've been friends all through, eh?
All through.
Nice.
And during that time, I could not relate. Nobody asked me where I came from, and I told them a straight answer. How do you tell somebody you come from slums?
Yeah.
It's not making...
Was this a boarding school?
Yes.
So now with you in boarding school, and you're the one who was really helping your mom, especially even where with her small business is concerned, what happens now?
Let's say God have his own ways.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because now my younger sister now, when I was in Form 2, she was in Class 8. She had to join Form 1. But I think there are miracles. And what I say in life, or what I have come to realize, is that the devil have no interest with anybody. Whatever he is after is your destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is your destiny, true.
Yeah. He doesn't care whether you have money, whether you have fame.
Yes.
That is nothing to him.
Yes.
What is after is your destiny.
Your destiny.
Yeah. When I look, the devil had no issue that Jesus is the Son of God. The last test, he said, I'll give you
Yes.
this wealth.
If you bow down.
If you bow down.
And worship me.
Why? It is because the destiny was based on him aligning with the Father. So what the devil is after
is our destiny.
Is our destiny. So let me say, when I was in Form 2, no, when I was in Form 1, when I joined high school, the people who received me well were Christian Union. And I met an amazing lady, a teacher, who was a Christian Union patron. She's called Elizabeth Kadenya. That woman have a great heart for God.
Yeah.
And love for the students. And she welcomes me, and she hands over me to the CU chairman. During this time, I'm struggling. Will I make it? Moreover, I feel rejected.
Yeah.
I don't know where I am. My mom and dad separated. I have been in school where I was rejected. I have faced all manner of things, and here I am. And I give my life to Christ. And when I give my life to Christ, the only place I could learn to was only in the Bible and in prayers.
Yes. Yes.
So I was somehow, God, I think it was choreographed by God, because now I am now exposed to the true. Where else can I learn to?
Yeah.
It's only in the Word of God
Yeah.
and in prayer. During that time, there was a bit of monorization. So where you're told to sing some funny songs. But now,
goodness, yeah.
I was too serious for God. And these guys, you are too born again.
Umeokoka sana.
Umeokoka sana, eh. And that's it. And that's how I made it. That's why I realized that. So, hapa kwa Mungu ni kutamu wewe, at least. And during this time, I came to know to read the Word. I had a target of reading the Bible at least 3 times in a year, cover to cover. And I got grounded in the Word of God and in prayer. It is in high school that for the first time, I fasted for 2 weeks while still in school. And this was because of the prayers that I was making. So I get out of school. I did well. That was before the end of the reign of Moi. And we get letters to go and do the revision for the course at the university. Here at the Taifa Hall. The Taifa Hall, there was a base, an office on the basement, which was there where the joint selection board was sitting. And we go and do the revision, and all the other guys, most of the guys get their letters.
Yeah, you don't.
Me, I don't get.
Okay.
And we go with some few guys, and we're wondering what happened. We go there several times to get the letters. Remember, one of the ladies, either by God's grace or by whatever, she was wearing a red dress, up to date, I remember. And she, after we left the office, she came and told me, young man, go and try to find something else to do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
There were some replacements which were done.
Oh.
And I think you are not lucky.
Wengine waliingizwa ukatolewa.
Waliingizwa. So how do you follow the process? Where I come from, actually, let me tell you, let me take you back. In high school, in Form 1, I have been sent, in Form 1, I have been sent away because of school fees. I come back with a promise I'll pay. In Form 2, second term, I have been sent away for school fees. And there is no way I'm coming back. And I remember I went to my room back in slums. And instead of praying that God can make a way to take me back to school, I started thanking God. Why? I'm telling God, God, I don't care about my education anymore, but I want to thank you for one thing. I can be able to read the Bible now. I can be able to speak in English. And at least I can be able to know where you'll take me. But the issue of the education, I don't know what you have to do. But if you have not been able to take me far from here, you still remain to be God. Funny enough, the following day, the principal who was in school then said somebody to come looking where we stay, that I can go back to school.
Nice.
That was the following day. So I go back to school. I can tell you that was the last time I was sent away for school fees.
Yeah.
Did I pay? No. Did I know who paid?
No.
No. How was it happening? The principal comes with the list of the people who are owes the school money.
Your name is not there.
My name is read. I go outside. I meet with the deputy principal. Ask me, where are you going? Go back to school. The other time the deputy comes, reads the name. I meet with the principal.
Where are you going?
Where are you going? You should be in class. That's the way I went to high school. So I can say that's, if nothing else, that's a miracle.
It is.
That's a miracle.
It is.
So during this time, after now, I was at a place of now, I've been now in my throat have been taken by somebody else whom I don't know. And I feel bitter. And there is a cycle that is coming. I felt my dad separate. My grandfather had two wives, and there was always there is a correlation point, and I felt rejected. Coming now in the slums, I went to school, I feel rejected. Now the place where I am in slums, I'm not conforming to the lifestyle of the slums. I feel rejected. Now, whom do I associate with who will accept me? So I'm in a place where there is an identity crisis.
Because it always seems like you're being rejected.
I'm being rejected. The situation where you are in is ever changing very fast. You don't identify yourself. you feel you have been called for something greater than you are in.
Than you are in. I know that feeling.
So now here I am in, I have been rejected per se by the admission. And here I am, and after that I felt, what do I do? What do I do? So I had a friend who had applied and gone to US. Tells me, don't worry, just apply. He sends me the money to do the application, send money to go to the embassy. I go and do the applications. I'm accepted at Wichita University in US. Then I go to embassy.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Young man, we don't feel that you are qualified to go to US.
Rejected.
Rejected. Then the guy tells me, that's what they usually do. Apply again.
Did you apply again?
I applied again. He sent me the money.
Okay.
So I applied again. We feel you do not have, your roots are not strong.
In Kenya?
In Kenya.
Where
utakurudi.
Again rejected?
Again rejected. So, come back. And while I'm in town, I feel now, God, this life, I need to fight now my own battle now.
Flora Muli, you're listening and you were saying that story is very interesting. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate your company. Let's go back to your story. I'm just curious, you know, with all this rejection from one point of your life to another, to another, to another, how do you find validation?
Validation, I can say, I did all manner of things to look for validation.
Okay.
Having been rejected, now I have done, first of all, I took myself through the accounting course.
Oh, okay.
The CPAs. Because this one, nobody was asking me for the school fees. So what I needed to do is just do some manual work. Then I book for the exams. But what I did was to look for the notes, read, and now go and do the exams.
Oh, so you taught yourself at home?
Yes.
And then you just registered to do the exams?
Yes.
Now, Kapita.
That's it.
What kind of manual work were you doing?
All manner of things. I have worked with BAT. I used to go for, yeah.
Even me, I worked there, by the way.
Yeah? Oh, wow.
Nilikuwa kwa department ya kukunja magunia.
Nilikuwa kwa department ya quality control.
Ulikuwa mdosi. My first ever job.
That actually, even me, that was my first ever job. And then you see, I used to go to Bidco, there in Thika. Those vibaruas at night.
Yes.
Yeah, I used to do that. So this money that I get, I go and pay for the exams.
Okay.
Then there are guys who are doing in college, so we meet with them at Thika Library. I asked for their notes. They were generous enough. Some of them used to give me now copies. And I get a job as a cashier in an export company.
Okay.
Within 4 years, I was the operations director.
What?
Yeah, but now this one came at a cost.
Okay.
It came at a cost because during this time, how do I get validation? Well, I came to realize I was looking for validation later because I never knew what to say no, how to say no. So I used to work and really work.
Yeah.
I did not know how to have a break. And I was hiding in the work.
Yes.
Looking for validation. Why? Later I came to realize that I wanted people to say, at least, you came from somewhere.
Good job, my friend.
Good job, good
Yes.
job. So that's, I'm not working for anything else, but looking for that validation. Because I came to realize that anybody who was asking me to do something, I used to do it so well, and I don't charge them because now I just want them to hear, I want to hear those words, thank you. You're doing great. I have never seen anybody do this. And that's the way I was looking for validation until I started getting sick.
Oh.
Because I don't sleep.
You're
I
not
don't
resting.
Eat. I never knew how to eat. Because I remember during this time when I was now the operation director, we did a certification that usually takes even multinationals at least 9 months to do. Now this was the initial one. Is one of certifications that you do when you're doing export and you want to enlarge your market. And with a team of 5 people, I did that certification in a record 3 months.
Wow.
Not only did we get certification, but we got a certification with AAA.
Both.
That's the highest you can get. But it came at a cost. It came at a cost. I got sick. I started having issues with the chest. Went to the doctor. The doctor told me my membrane, the chest membrane, I think something, I need to stop working. I was having headache continuously. And during this time, so the doctor tells me, you either stop working or you work less. And then I did, because of the things that was starting now to happen at work, I did a logical decision, illogical decision, by the way.
Yes.
I decided, let me stop working. And now I'm stopping to work, to go where? And this is what give me validation. And one of my friends we used to go to school to, he comes and tells me, now you have stopped working. And the doctor is saying this, what are you going to do? I told him, I know now export, I'm going to start an export company. The guy asked me, who do you need? I don't know. So, give me in. He gives me 500,000.
Just like that?
Yes.
Introduce him to me.
That's the power of, you know, in life, there are some capitals that somebody need to acquire. And one of it is social capital.
Yeah.
It's more important than financial capital.
I agree with you.
So the guy gives me the money, and now I start working. In the same line, I'm doing funny consultation in finance, because that's what I do.
Yeah.
So I start working in finance, but now, during this time, because I was still not well validated, I did not know where I am, I was doing all manner of kind of jobs, doing government tenders, doing, because I'm trying to look for myself. And it's at this time, during this time, first of all, I lose 5 million during export. I go into depression. During that, I have already married. Actually, I married when I was sick. And now I have their newborns, twin boys, in the house. And I don't have a job. I have lost money.
Wow. And
here I am. So the cycle of now feeling rejected. But I have a strong woman, a woman who stood up with me. I give a shout out to her. She's a great woman.
Yes.
I have a mother who was holding me up.
Yeah.
As I said, I have many ladies who have come along with my life. So during this time, I do all the manner of kind of things, but I establish myself on a consultancy in finance. And I register a company named after my sons, Dan and Dave Services. And at that time, I go now to consultants, and I get my first client, whom until today I am with, is Mass Mechanical Limited. It deals with all ground handling at the airport, one of the oldest companies. And I established myself now in finance. I have first of all forgotten about export. But now I'm still working for all kind of people, whether they pay me or not, because I still need that validation.
Yeah.
Setting systems, HR, you're everywhere because you still look for that validation.
Yes.
And I meet a program because I'm all over online looking for anything that can bring out who am I? What is my purpose? Is it really God who called me? Because my prayers and my life and my feelings are not congruent.
Yes.
And now I ask, I get online and I see a program called Sense 101, which was being taught by Dr. Kenyajui. He relocated to US.
Yes.
And I say, now let me join. I called and I joined. I never thought twice, I'm joining. And we learn about purpose and all things. But yes, it was coming, but it was not still. There is something, kuna hiyo kitu, bado haijaingia. Then there is a lady I met there. She's called Nina Mutegi, a director of Milema School, and the CEO. Now, after we went through the program, later she tells me, I have seen another program which I'm going through, and it's called Biblical Entrepreneurship. And they are teaching about identity. I feel it is bringing more from where we left when we were doing Sense 101 program. I tell her, I will join. And actually, did I tell her, actually, she never gave me a choice.
Oh. Yes.
She never gave me a choice. She told me, you are joining. Okay, I'm joining, Then during this time, she wins international with the same program, because when you go through it, you learn about identity. To identify your identity in perspective on biblical principles. So it brings out you. And now the issue of validation, it comes out. Why do you do what you do? What is that inner need? It's not finance, it is not that. What are you looking for? Are you looking for love? Are you looking for fame? What is that thing? Are you trying to fight rejection? Because whatever you do, there is a reason behind it. So these are, she joined and she wins an international competition. And I have not joined. I tell her, I'm the next. I will win it. And I've even not joined. So I joined the program. And now there's a time, the need, the actual need comes out, and I feel liberated. Because one thing, I met a coach who works with me one-on-one, ask me hard questions, telling me, I want you to do this. Tell me, what is that? Why? Why? And the good thing, he does not stop. Those are the stories you're telling me. Tell me, why? Can you relate with your wilderness story? With where God is taking you? What is that? So I come to realize that I have always been looking for validation. I want to be validated. I want to feel now I am somebody who is accepted, somebody who can be validated, but now I was doing it on the long way. And he teaches us about business and all this. And now, during this time, my pet project for now, business competition, I do again the company I had registered for an export. And now I win the Kenyan chapter. I go to the African, I win. I'm the current international holder of the Biblical Entrepreneurship business brand.
Awesome.
So it's during this time, and what I have realized is that for you to get really your identity, you need some people in your life
to walk with you.
To work with you. You need people to call out the greatness in
that
you.
Is in you.
You need a coach who works with you, and a coach is somebody who holds your hand and tells you, yes, James, I know this. The Lord, you're telling me, God, I've called you in this. Can I walk with you the journey? And I got a great coach called Frank Gitonga.
I know Frank.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's a great man of
Frank
God.
is a good guy.
A good guy.
Yes.
Works with me, the journey. He's still my coach.
Yes.
Yeah. And he wants the best out of you.
Mm-hmm.
He loves you. He prays over you.
Yes.
He connects you with the people and calls out the greatness in you.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't feel, is a guy that I felt I'm not ashamed to share some of these deep fears.
Yes.
And he's here telling me, it's not about you. The devil is not, again, is not fighting you. You have a greater destiny, that is scaring the enemy. That's what the enemy is fighting. It's not fighting you. And I thank God for such kind of people.
Okay.
Because he connects me with other coaches, like now Rona Mutegi. She also teaches identity. And at this time, the validation comes out. The new me comes out. But I have realized over the few months is that every sphere of life will bring some identity crisis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very true.
Yeah.
In fact, somebody was asking because a lot of young people are looking for that validation, especially in this Instagram generation. People are looking for validation. People are trying to discover who they are. You know, what do you tell young people concerning how do they navigate through that confusion?
Confusion is there and it's not going anywhere. Because, can say, even me, most of the time I'm confused. Who am I? Why am I here?
Yeah.
So every sphere, like now when I won the international competition, for almost a month, I could not know, where am I? Am I supposed to celebrate? Am I supposed to launch the business? I don't know where I am. So to that young person, I'm telling them, your destiny is calling out unto you.
Yeah.
But for you, this thing to come out, you need to have the big picture, the God's picture.
God's picture, I like that.
The God's picture sometimes is funny.
Yeah.
Very funny. I say it's funny.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. God tells Abraham, I will make you wealthy. Your generation will occupy the gates of your enemy. He choreographed everything, and Joseph fights himself in Egypt.
Yes.
He brings famine. The famine makes every person in the world to bring their God to Egypt.
Yeah.
And at that time, Egypt was a superpower.
Yes.
Then God realizes that these guys are not strong to go with this wealth. So what does he do? He makes them slaves so that they can gain muscles to carry the wealth.
Well, that's fair.
So when the time comes,
Yes.
what does God tell them? Get all the wealth of Egypt.
Yes.
In essence, God was telling them, get all the world's wealth, because the wealth had already been brought there 4 years ago. So in one day, Israel becomes a superpower. Unfortunately, they did not know they were superpowers.
Very, very true.
Yeah.
As we wrap up, where are you at now? What are you doing currently?
Right now, I have a company, an export company called Joy Fresh Produce Limited, where we are a vertically agricultural enabler that seek to empower small-scale farmers while feeding the world. We are also still doing finance in consultancy at Joy Fresh, Dan and Dave services. I can say I'm still in my maker's hands, being molded to come out. Because I still feel that thing, the great destiny that God has for me is not yet over. So most of the time, God will bring you the situations to prepare you for that destiny.
Very true.
Yeah, I believe there is a great destiny that God has called me to, and I'm going to go through it, and I have now agreed to submit myself to the process of God.
True. Finally,
Yeah.
a lot of people, if they are honest with themselves, that whole issue of wanting validation and feeling rejected is an issue a lot of people go through. But it's just that people are not honest enough to share, because sometimes you're afraid if you share, you know, what people may think of you or what people may say to you. And I know there are people listening in, like somebody saying, I am right there looking for validation, you know, trying to figure out who I am. I've been through rejection, one after another. What word of encouragement can you leave with them as we finish?
There is hope for you.
Mm-hmm.
It might seem as if it's not there, but there is hope for you. And the hope can be found in God.
Yeah.
Because God, whatever you need, it is deposited in people. There are people God have prepared in your life to bring out the great in you. You have to submit to them. Submit to a coach. Submit to the Word of God. And submit, because most of the time we leave things to fate.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. There is that part God can do, and there is that part for you to do.
Yes.
It took me looking for Dr. Kenya Jui. It took me and my friends pointing me to Coach Frank.
Yeah.
And I go to Coach Frank. And it costed me money.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
Because I felt there is something that I need. So anybody who needs someone to walk with them, there are people who are there. Your pastor can walk with you. There are people who are older in faith. There are people who are older than you. There are people in every sphere in life who are ready to walk with you.
Yes.
So find somebody who is genuine in love to walk with you this journey. So I tell the people, there is hope.
Yeah.
Work for it. Look for it.
Don't give up.
Don't give up.
My friend.
Yeah.
Our time is up. I wish we had more time, but it's such an encouraging story. There's hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking at your journey. Man, what does your mom think of you now?
Let me see. She's a proud mother.
Yes.
That her son have come out to be, even her, I don't think she actually, but she knows. She used to tell me, you're meant for great, never give up.
She started prophesying early.
Yes.
To all the mothers out there raising their children single-handedly, may the Lord bless you. Unfortunately, my time is up, and I have to shut it down. Thank you so much for coming. You're such an inspiration.
I appreciate it.
My friend, there's always a way.
Yeah.
There's always a way. Jamaa alikuwa anafanya kazi na anasoma na anafanya exam kivyake na akapita. And look what the Lord is doing through his life. So don't give up. If you're looking for validation, search the Word of God. I love what he said. Find people who can help you walk this journey. We are never meant to walk this journey alone. There are people who can bring out that very thing that is stuck and crying on the inside of you. Well, until next week for another session on Motivation Monday.
Thank you for watching. Remember, subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can get notified whenever we upload new fresh content every day. Stay tuned and enjoy fresh, uplifting content.